Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and thank you all for joining us. And joining me as usual, we got Steve, the Voice White. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
Well, this is the one that we call the twofer up here in Canada, the twofer, because I was on Tuesday and now I'm filling in for Digger Jim, so I'm his surrogate tonight.
Well, that's okay. I mean, he got to fill in for you for a couple weeks, right?
Yes, he did while I was teaching. Yeah, that was good.
So you guys got each other's back. That's nice. And as long as you both keep sending the checks, I'm happy.
It's all good, baby. It's
although you got to switch your currency.
Yeah, I know. It's called the Canadian peso. That's what we're calling it while Gary's frozen.
Yeah, and I'm back.
And there he's back.
Of course, because like I said, the whole pre-show was nice and smooth. 1 minute before showtime, the wind picks up outside, and all of a sudden,
right to crap.
Anyway, Steve White, and how's your week been, Steve?
Awesome.
Nice.
Good.
And of course, joining the show for the first time tonight, our special guest is none other than Big Nasty Comics. Rich, how you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good, buddy. How you doing?
I am excellent. Thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me, man. It's my pleasure. I'm excited to be here.
Now, as we like to get started, give the quick 2 minutes. Who are you? What's your channel about? Where can people find you on the YouTubes and the Instagrams? And
well, my name's Rich. AKA Rich, the Big Nasty Comics. My channel, it's just about anything and everything comics, comic related stuff. I do what's in the box videos of showing off my stuff. It's my collection, and then and then you can find me on Instagram at Big Nasty Comics with 2 G's. Make sure you put 2 G's in there. It's on YouTube.
Double dose of G, baby.
Double
dose. And then Gary's frozen. No,
I wasn't frozen. Had to take care of the nose a second. The allergies are on me.
But my channel, it's just like I said, it's just a good mixture of different things, unboxings, and then we have a stream. Me and Chonko, Chonko's Comics and Nerd Culture. I got
to reach out to him. I haven't met him yet.
Oh, awesome dude, man. Me and him do a live stream on Saturday nights, and it's kind of new. It's kind of we're reformatting it. It started out like just a hangout type thing, and then now we've gotten to where we bring on guests for the first hour, interview them, and then after the interview's over with, then we turn it into a hangout, and we invite anybody else to come onto the stream. Kind of open it up to like 6 different people, and then it just goes on from there. So.
Yeah, fun little format.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun here the last few weeks and stuff. So we do that at 8 o'clock on Saturday nights. So, it's just the love of comics, man.
Right. Now, before we say hi to our audience, you kind of went with a theme tonight, and your theme is
artists. Some of my favorite artists. I'm a very visual kind of guy. So when I look for books or hunt for books, or even my drive of collecting books is based on different artists. Not that I don't like a good story. I do like a story, and stuff. I do read. I don't I don't want a book just with all pictures, It's like but if it comes down to it, I can get through a bad story as long as the art's pretty good, So
right. As long as there's something nice for the eyeballs there.
Right.
Let's say a quick hello to everyone who's joined us. We got Ruby G. Good evening, Ruben. Nice to see you, sir. Hope the baby's doing well and the wife is happy and getting to relax. Now that you're a father, you guys are never going to sleep, but
never again.
That's what being a parent's all about. Steve saying hello to everybody. We have Mr. Mark Andrews. Good evening, Mark. How you doing tonight, sir? Great to see you, buddy.
From the further
Brad
great north.
Good evening, Brad. Great to see you, bud. All right.
Uh-oh. And then he's freezing again.
Yeah,
Brad.
He's here tonight early. He must have got out of work. Nice.
Oh, Cali Comics.
Right?
Cali
Comics, just another great dude in the community. Dan's Comic Corner. Had an awesome show, too. Thank you for coming on, Dan. Another guy we're going to get back on the show. Great to see you, Dan. All right, as we're going down here, conversations. We have Chonko Comics. Chonko, I got to reach out to you and get you on the show, dude. I'm scheduling in June. Good evening. Nice to see you, bud. Thank you. Also had a great show. And
another good dude.
Another fun dude on YouTube, Dope Comics.
My brother.
Yep. Our idiot leader.
Yes, he is. Keep percolating.
But and of course, with Dope, one of the premier horror collections on YouTube.
Oh, the best.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Like every time you watch his video, you get lot. I forget listening to him, and I'm always looking in the background at stuff.
Yeah, it's Frankenstein.
Sometimes I got to rewind a little. And I'm like, oh, what'd he say? I was looking at the creature from the Black Lagoon mask.
Yeah. I told him that in streams. I'm like, man, I just can't get over looking at the stuff in the back of his room. You know, it's like every time he changes the camera angle or something, it's like I'm checking something else out. I'm like, look at, you know, so
the chains hanging in the corner.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So let's get it back to you because it's all about you tonight, Rich. So let's start out with your first book.
All right.
We're gonna make you big because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm doing artists and stuff, and 10 different artists. Not necessarily my favorite, but I'm going to start off with my favorite, my overall favorite. And I didn't pick just like one per artist. I had to pick two because it's hard to pick one. It's really hard to pick one. So I got John Buscema. So I got these two here, the Submariner and Fantastic Four, the two pretty iconic covers, man. I mean, I don't know how you can't say they're not, but you know, they're
I guess I didn't have to pick on you before the show, huh?
Yeah,
no,
see, that's why I was
Conan artist.
I was holding back on you, man. I was holding back on you. Yeah.
You got Jerry Jitterbug, one of my favorite people, saying bravo.
But
good Christina Payne.
That is fantastic. Those are cool covers.
Yeah, 1968, and then this one's 1971. So, but I mean, they're very similar. You know, you can definitely tell that he took one from the other. But but
I also love his Wolverine cover more than the Frank Miller one, which I know people say is sacrilege. I don't care.
Yeah, but man, that just I got these two books. I finally got these two books last year. I got both of these in 1 year. So
nice.
A couple big pickups for me, man. It's just
they look in solid condition. Those blacks aren't cracking. Those look nice, smooth backgrounds. Because like with those old comics, if you have the black background or the orange background, both of those are so hard to keep in good shape.
Yeah,
baby, it's a thing.
And then I got them in these little top loaders, these nice top loaders. You know,
I was looking at that. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're. I can get them squared off.
Right.
But they're pretty cool. They're what do you call these top loaders? I forget now.
Do they have a provision to hang them on the wall?
Yeah, they've got little knot things on the back. But I've got my rack system.
I think they're called. Are those the Comic Clear brand?
No, they're.
There's so many different brands out there now.
Yeah. I cannot think of what they're called.
Am I frozen or
no?
Yes.
Well,
intermediately.
Yeah. Now you are. But I can't think of what these are called.
Somebody can bleep blop bloop in the comment section there.
Yeah, there we go. Comic capsule.
Comic capsule.
Thank you. I had Comic Clear stuck in my head for some reason.
Brad is our fact checker.
Thank you, Brad.
But yeah, I need to buy some more of these. That's what mainly the ones on my wall are in are comic capsules, and I love them, man. They're a good substitute for not having your books graded. You know,
Brad, you were there when I needed you. You're my new Canadian co-host now. Steve, we had a good run.
There, Brad. Come on.
Yeah. See you, Steve.
There's Brad right there.
Right.
L for E, Brad Newman.
But yeah, beautiful books, man. I love that you started it with John Buscema. So for those of us picking him, I go, oh, you're going with artists? If you don't have John Buscema up there, you might not.
That's why I just sat here and kept quiet. I was just like, yep, okay, yeah. Oh, he's frozen again.
And I'm sorry, guys. I know my internet's having things with the wind.
That's all right.
All right, so number 2, sir.
Number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Okay, let's see. It's dug
Steve moved down the
stuff.
bed.
Like I said, I kind of made a pile. Didn't really put them in any order except for that first one. That's the one I wanted to put up there. But got to go with a little bit of Simon Beasley action.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Maximum Force. Look at that cover. I've never
And
seen that one before.
And Monster Massacre. But he Simon Bisley. I always say Beasley, but I always mean to say Bisley.
I don't know if it's Bisley, or it's something.
I've seen
I always say Bisley, but I'm probably wrong too.
Well, see, I went to school with a guy named Beasley, so just when I see that name, it just makes me want to say Beasley. But I've seen some interviews online and stuff, and I think it's Bisley is how they say it. But I don't mean any disrespect towards him these things, man. He's another one of those guys. It's a close second to. Well, I'm not even gonna say a close second, but he's a close 4th second. as far as my favorite artist and stuff.
Now he's hit or miss for me, but I just got my favorite cover of his graded, which was Conan the Savage issue 1.
Okay, sweet, yeah. Do I have that one or not? I have to look.
These things remind me of like
about it now, but
Law. Have you ever seen Martial Law? The art looks kind of like the same.
Yeah,
or
he's got Dredd. He has that early Judge Dreddy look. Oh, cool, man.
There we go.
So you know what you're looking for.
All right, man. See,
on
that's
the list.
I don't even know. It's definitely that's definitely going on the list, Steve. I didn't even know if that was on my radar or not, man.
It is.
It always kills me.
It's not a show if we haven't cost somebody some money.
Mark Andrews, that's why he's here.
Right.
But that's what always kills me about when you get a list of different people, and I have my list of my artists, and it's always being added to because those apps are never perfect. They're never 100% right. They always have missing pieces here and there. But yeah,
Now I've never seen that Monster Massacre. Could you put that up close a little bit more for me? Oh, the other one, yeah. Massacre. Let me get it. Yeah, that's nice.
That's cool.
But I've got another one. Where's it at? It's up there in the corner. I should have pulled that one down. That's the one that's really, really, really.
Grab it. Now we got to see it now. We got to see it. Oh, Jesus.
All right. If he knocks his wall down, your fault, Steve.
Yeah, I know. I'll take the hit. Rich can reach.
Yeah, that thing, man. But that's the better one there.
Oh,
worth
nice.
it. Worth it.
That definitely fits his style.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's such a crazy book too. It's a fun little read too. Besides the art in it, but
you might have cost me some money too because I'm writing down Monster Massacre. You may have got me right back.
That is just a gruesome cover. Dope must be loving that right now. If he doesn't have in his collection, he's ordering that shit right now.
And Mark Andrews says Bisley's Death Dealer is awesome as well.
Yeah, I have that one too. That one's cool. That one almost made the list.
It can't be better than the Frazetta though.
Yeah, it's true. But those are some really cool.
Good picks so far.
Weird publishers too. Like I've never seen those publishers before.
Yeah, this is like this one here was Blackball Comics. That one, and then I can never Atomica. Is that how you say that? Atomamica?
Yeah, I was looking at that one. It's Atomica.
Atomamica?
Sure.
Atomamica?
We got to type this shit into the computer and let it tell us what it is.
I think it's Atomica. That's how you say it. Maybe
like with Comico, it was actually Comico was how they wanted to pronounce it, even though everyone just called it Comico.
Right?
EDH, hoot, hoot, hoot.
But and that's the thing too. We were talking earlier. I love some of those niche publishers. Like I'm a big fan of the Atlas Seaboard comics. There's a lot of the PC comics I think are cool. The first comics, all these little companies.
Yeah, the little fly by night ones.
The little ones, yeah. I'm the same way. I have one LCS, man, and for the oddest books I find, that's the ones I love, But
right.
He has a big section of different books like that of any publishers, and some of the publishers in there, I'm like, who the heck are these people, man? You never heard of them.
Yeah, where did they come from?
Where did they come from? You know, so
You know what's great about some of those too is some of the artists and writers that you really love worked for these little companies too, and it was the paycheck for them. They went over there and they did some good work.
Yeah,
I just picked up some dollar bin books, and there was Neil Adam freaking covers on the damn thing, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Was it Valeria the She-Bat?
Yeah, like dumb.
That's why I keep a lot of my comics in those BCW black boxes, and if you ever watch my what's in the box videos, that's what I do is I pull one of those. I randomly draw a name, pull one of those out, and I pull the box out, and then I show in the video what's in that box.
Right.
I've got my indie box. My indie boxes is I've got more of those than anything else than Marvel or DC or anything. I got more indie stuff.
Yep.
Just because I like that. I love that old niche stuff.
Well, the stories were really well done, and there was some great artwork in it, and the books were cheap.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just told more adult stories, which were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could take chances where, you know, Marvel and DC, they had their scripts in there.
Well, it's funny because in the Marvel graphic novels, they took a lot of chances, and in the magazines, just not as much in the comics, but in the magazines, anything went with Marvel back then, like in the Curtis imprint and stuff like that.
Yes, Eric, I do like weird stuff.
Nothing wrong with that.
He knows me well.
All right, so we got John Buscema.
Oh, frozen again. This is going to be the ongoing. He's going to switch to his phone. You watch this. He's going to be pissed with this and say, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to my phone.
That's number two. That's number two. So this should be number three.
Dude, I apologize that the wing kicked up over here as soon as I had you on. I feel so bad.
I'm on number three.
Yep.
I'm on number three.
I'm going to have to start writing this shit down now.
So my number three, like I said, no specific order. I mean, you can't. I guess you could not like him, but you know, you got McFarlane. I mean,
look at him. He grabbed the Conan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even think that's his best work. That's everyone loves that cover. I think it's okay.
It's okay. I like it. I mean, I could have pulled one of the Spider-Man ones down or something, but I was like, I want something a little different. You know, something that people might not know that he's done. So, I had to get the Conan and then the Fat Turtles. I love the Fat Turtle cover.
Oh, my God. That is hilarious. Flaming Carrot Comics.
Yeah. And I just love that, man. Yeah. See, bye, Todd.
Which issue is the Conan?
That's the
241.
241. Yeah, 241. Yeah, 1991. Roy Thomas. Todd McFarlane. So, yeah, it's that one the Todd McFarlane one really blew me away because for the longest time, I don't know why, I just didn't know that he had done a Conan till probably a few years ago. I don't know why.
Well, it's funny because everyone likes to buy that one and the Jim Lee cover that's popular, but Jim Lee did other Conan before the one popular cover, the extreme close-up cover. But
so yeah, both good. I mean, like I said, another artist that you got plenty to pick from,
and a great ambassador for comics too.
Yes, and it's like, and what do you pick? It's like there's so
and
many different.
And you cannot like him, and it's fine. But what that dude does for comics is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, his personality may not be the best at times, but like I said, like you said,
I don't mind his personality at all.
Well, I mean, just rubs people wrong sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, that makes me like him more.
It's Jerry's kind of guy.
Yeah, but like you said, he is a heck of a spokesman for the comic community. You can't deny that.
He's filling the Stan Lee spot.
Yeah, he really is.
Pretty much.
That's what he makes me think of when you see him in interviews and stuff, and
like way better than Jim Lee.
But he always has the community in mind, which is the great thing about him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, I mean, love his art or hate it, it's instantly recognizable. You instantly know who it is. His style is just his own.
Yeah, for sure. Even with the fat turtles, that's probably one of my favorites. That's why I love the fat turtles. Yeah, that's
Fat Elvis, fat turtles.
yeah, the fat turtles.
Oh goodness.
The fat
I know. I
legs.
think the internet's trying to tell me to shut up so the guest can talk. Every time I talk, it blinks me out of existence.
No,
Getting
funny.
dusted on my own stream. All right, no. Next artist, sir.
My next artist. Let's see here. This guy is. I mean, he's done a lot. He's done different things, but then I try to pick out two different ones I really like the most. The one I really like is probably one of my favorite covers he's ever done, but it's Kelly Jones.
Oh, nice. Kelly Jones is great. Another distinctive style.
Damn.
The SpongeBob one is probably my favorite.
That is creepy as shit.
Yeah. He didn't do
the
he didn't do the interior, he just did the cover. So, but it's a complete cover by, but I'm just like, look at that. That is just I love that take on SpongeBob.
Yeah, like those guys come at you like, holy shit, that's right out of a horror movie.
Yeah. Imagine being underwater and seeing that. I'd be like, what?
No, yeah.
Yeah, but that's such a cool cover.
It is. Even the
awesome,
Dead Man one is good too.
Yeah,
It took me a minute to sort out what she was doing there, but okay, I see what my mind's eye was doing something else with her.
Something else. Try to his arm. It looks like a leg maybe kicking out there or something.
Yeah.
But it's actually his arm.
Yeah, I got her figured out now.
But the Kelly Jones, man, he's another one. There'll be another guy in here pretty similar to him, but they were actually friends, and I'll get to him here in a few artists. I tried to separate
Rich,
him.
you just cost side quest. You just cost Eric money too.
There you go.
I need that SpongeBob. Yeah, this SpongeBob one, man. When I found out he did that and seen that, I had to have it, man. I actually bought it at a show, so it worked out good. But
I bet that's probably one of the pricier SpongeBob covers too.
No doubt.
I mean, that whole series is kind of up there.
I can't remember what I gave for this. I don't think it was that much. I mean, I think it was. I mean, it wasn't cheap by any means, but it wasn't like a whole lot of money or something. But
Okay, Brad, fact check.
I always purposely, if the price is on the bag or anything like that, I always switch my bags out anyhow. But I'm like, I don't want to know how much I paid for it. It's like I'll worry about it later if I ever go to sell it or something. You know,
exactly.
And look it up.
He switches
That's
bags out in store with
Rich.
new prices.
Yeah, straight up new prices. Yeah, I'm a weirdo, man. It's like even if the bag looks new, I'll still switch it out because
I put everything I get in new bags and boards too. You're not the only one.
I like the BCW bags and boards.
Oh, they present so beautifully.
Just
and I tried another.
See,
you got cut off again. Do you like the clear backer boards, Rich? Have you ever tried that?
Bottom again.
No, I've been wanting to. I keep telling myself I need to order some of those, but because that's just like the comic capsules. You can get those clear,
right?
Order those clear and stuff, and I haven't done that either. I've been wanting to because you get those good wraparound covers and stuff.
Exactly.
And the clear backer boards would be sweet, even if it was just in a regular bag and board, or bag.
Right. But, yeah, the clear. I like the clear backing boards for the wraparound covers.
For the wraparound cover, it makes it nice. Yeah, instead of having to pull the thing out of the bag just to look at something.
Yeah, a lot of the Comico books were like that. All the Robotech stuff, they had all wraparound covers, which is amazing.
Pretty cool.
So we got Kelly Jones. Who do we got on board? Who's on deck?
Who's on deck? Let's see here. This guy is probably, if my buddies in the thing are watching, they've heard me say this before, but he's probably my current favorite artist. And he's probably one of the guys I'm more excited about seeing at Heroes Con, and I'm going to try to get some books signed by him for sure,
Mark Spears.
No, he's a younger guy, but it's Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh, here we go. Nice.
And
damn, look at that Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah,
that's a great cover.
That is, man. I mean, look at the action, the motion, it's just jumping off the page, dude.
And my girl Wonder Woman, Diana.
Yep.
Look at her.
That was a fun series too.
Yeah, this one
Bell.
I love this Dead Earth, man. That is
I never got to read that. I should look for that.
Oh, it's a great series.
great.
It was
The
3
art,
issues, right?
it's 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah, not
But-
prestige format.
Yeah, the big black label size or whatever. But yeah, it's written and drawn by Dan and Warren Johnson. So the Dead Earth, man, that cover too. You can't hardly tell on here, but it is just how they printed it and stuff. It's really, really cool. It's like you got this print, it's kind of faded, but then this print is on top of it, and it just really jumps off the page. It doesn't give it like a 3D effect or anything, but then you got the old Beta Ray Bill. And I picked number 2 over 1 just because 2 to me felt like it had a better cover, just better representation of his work. But he's another one. I mean, I could have showed Do a Power Bomb. I could have showed what was his other early work he's done. I haven't gotten Extremity yet. That's one it's on my list. I'm trying to find. Trying to get all his real early work. But like I said, and then, I mean, you got Transformers he's doing now, and then the moon is following us and stuff like that. But he does a on YouTube on is it Friday nights? He does a live stream where he'll sit there and draw.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Right
and
on.
answer questions in the chat and stuff. And he's at his house in his art studio, just hanging and chilling out. It's so fun to watch, man.
I
Nice.
like artists like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go on Whatnot for that too, because the artists will just be sketching and talking on Whatnot.
Yeah. That's really how he does. He just has the overhead camera, where you can see what he's working on. He'll be working on a page or just a sketch of whatever. Most of the time it's a page of something of a book coming up or whatever, and he's just sitting there sketching away. And he'll look at his chats every once in a while and answer the questions and stuff. Maybe if you get lucky, he'll look at yours and answer it.
Nice.
So it's really, really, really cool, man. Really cool.
Out of the 100,000 people in the chat.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Get lucky enough to have him like, yeah, he read my question. Yeah.
I typed it and all of a sudden, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Right. Exactly. Just see it blow by. You're sitting there just trying to time it just right, waiting for him to look over and then hit send, so. But yep, that's number is that one?
That was number 5. Now we're on number 6.
6, yeah.
Number 6. All right, this guy here, he has gotten to be popular in the last couple of years. I mean, he's always been popular, but he's had an increase, and it's made it hard to get some of his books because the prices went up on them, which is a good thing. But
the FOMO will fade. It always
does. FOMO. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. But when you're doing an artist 10, not top 10, but just 10 artists, it's hard not to have little Dave Stevens.
Oh God, yeah.
In that collection, So
Dave Stevens.
I had like
incredible.
4 different people in my mind, from your description.
But after that documentary they did, which was a really good documentary, it just that seems like it's what helped it explode or whatever, and definitely seen the prices of everything going up. But this one here is probably my favorite. This Mr. Munster cover,
Wild. I like that.
It's like the little rascals, clinging to him and stuff. It's
right.
His artwork is so much like EC type work, which is awesome. That's what I like about it. So, Mr. Andrews, do you have those ones too? Mr. Andrews is big on Dave Stevens. And
again, those covers look minty fresh. They look beautiful.
Yeah, this one here is pretty good. I left it in the original bag. I got it there. I've got a place here close to me that's they don't sell any new comics. It's a collectible shop, but it's all comics. So it's all high end stuff, and
you may have. Mm-hmm.
So, but the Mr. Munster, I always liked the Mr. Munster. That's a character that I wish they would do more with. It's a fun read. It's usually a fun read.
I think I got 2 favorite covers from him. That's the Kong cover, the King Kong cover he did, the issue 1, which is incredible, and also the Alien Worlds cover.
Yeah,
Alien World, yeah,
my favorite.
That one, I've got that one. I've got both of those Alien World ones. I should have pulled those out, but
I got those too. They're gorgeous, and I got them when they were cheap. I got them for like $5-6 each. Now they're way more than that.
I like how Mr. Monster is stealing like the Batman logo in the background there.
Yeah,
because Mr. Monster had cool covers.
Yeah, he does. He really does, man. It makes them interesting.
How long did that series last, Rich?
Mr. Monster?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man.
What issue number is that one?
This is number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, this is number 2.
And
this is
awesome font on it too.
1985.
Okay. Wonder how many Dave Stevens covers were on that one, or was that the only one?
I think it's the only Mr. Monster he ever did.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
And Chuck Hensey says the DNA Agents cover is amazing.
Amazing, yeah. Sweet. Just goodness, man. It's like I said, it's hard to always pick what you're going to look at.
And it's funny too, right? Because the artist gets hot out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then like Peach Momoko, she had her time.
Well, is it Mark Spears now? No one ever talked about him, and now the last
Scotty
2 months,
Young was going crazy.
Mark Spears is blowing through, but I picked the Marilyn Monroe. I just always like that, the crossover cover or crossfire character.
It's a great cover.
Yeah, it's a great cover. I really like the Elvis one too. That's the other one what does that book go to?
That and his art has depth to it. Like you could feel the depth in the scene. You know what I mean?
Well, I've got Rocketeer ones, but those are the more obvious ones,
Right.
And,
and of course the Johnny Quest one that everybody loves.
Yeah, I have those.
Yeah.
And I have quite a few. Over the last couple of years, I've built them up pretty good. I've gotten quite a bit. I got to get a drink too, man.
Yeah, it gets dry down here.
But that was number 6.
Yes, sir.
6.
Number 6 was Dan Stevens. Number 7.
Dave.
Number 7. It's another guy, man. That's hard to decide. I got quite a few of his stuff too, but old Brian Bolin.
Oh,
love Brian Bolin.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go.
My favorite work of his though is Camelot 3000.
Camelot 3000.
It's one of my favorite reads ever. Like
Yeah.
nobody ever talks about that maxi series, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, but his Wonder Woman, his Wonder Woman run or of his covers, I think I'm down to about missing like 4 different ones. I can't remember what the numbers are on them, but this one I just got this one the other day.
The Dread or the Wonder Woman?
That's an awesome
Wonder Woman.
Do you have that? Are you working on that run?
He's such a solid artist.
Yeah.
Are you working on the volume 2 run of Wonder Woman?
No, just the Brian Bolin covers.
Just those. Okay, just the artist.
Yeah.
Okay,
just the artist cover. Yeah. So I said a complete artist cover buy on those. But then you got your Judge Dredd.
That one's cool too.
Yeah. I mean, it's that monster. That's the reason I picked that. You just look at that monster and look at the.
It's got some serious detail on that thing. Jesus, but I'm more partial to the Wonder Woman because Well,
that too. What I like too is like Brian Bolin did a lot with his panel work too, which I liked.
Yeah, but he's there. A lot of some of these guys are pretty similar to other artists and stuff, but but most of them have their very distinct style. I mean, when you're looking through stuff, it's like, oh, that's I know who that is. Without even trying to figure out, just
right
glancing at them, you're like, oh, that's a Brian Bolin or that's a Dave Stevens or you can definitely tell.
And when you get Brian Bolin to sign on stuff, his signature is massive and messy.
Is it?
Yeah,
he's definitely one I want to meet. I definitely want to meet him.
Right.
The next guy,
that Camelot series is awesome.
Camelot series, and see, and I've seen that too. I'll have to look at that again, man. Honestly, I didn't even know. I'll have to check that out.
It was the first maxi series.
Okay.
In comics.
More
Camelot
money.
3000. More money.
Yeah.
Yep. Going on a list.
No, you can get it in the dollar bins. It's so slept on.
Well,
Nobody.
that's right up Rich's alley then.
That's
so
right
perfect.
up that's where I know
And-
I've seen it. I know I've seen
it's
it.
a fantastic read, man. I mean, if you don't want to get the comics, I had the graphic novel. It's fantastic.
Okay.
The art is so gorgeous. You'll get lost in it. The writing's fantastic. All right, number 8. Good, solid pick with Brian Boland. That was an impressive pick for me.
Yeah,
Really?
that's a good one too for me.
Well, the next guy is a close second to some of my favorite work, under John Buscema. But and he's the friend of the guy that I mentioned earlier. I was saying there was 2 guys that are friends that are very similar. They actually went to art school together and stuff. And it was Kelly Jones and Sam Keith.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
You got Sam Keith. Sam Keith, man, him and like I said, him and Kelly Jones are buddies, and they studied, at the same school and all that kind of stuff, and or hung out together, and was, they're good friends, still good friends to this day, or whatever. So some of their stuff is very similar, but they're still very distinct, especially with certain characters. But like this Wolverine, a lot of people, this Marvel Comics presents, Sam Keith did quite a bit of cover run and some interiors. Yeah. These upper numbers, these like this 85, I think it was like 84 and went all the way up into the hundreds or something. He did quite a few, but a lot of people, I love this take on Wolverine. I just love his short, bulky, hairy.
Well, he makes him so hairy too.
Yeah, and to me, that's just, I don't know, that's just how I've always pictured Wolverine too, growing up and stuff.
Like a real animal, like an actual Wolverine.
Like a real animal. But like I said, there was a lot of different ones to pick from and stuff. And he's definitely
the savage in him.
He's definitely, Sam Keith is definitely, I'm hoping that he comes to Heroes Con. I don't think he does a lot of cons.
How old is he now?
You know what, man? I'm not even sure, dude. To be honest with you.
But HeroCons is the one to go to. I mean, that's just all comics. I mean, damn, I want to go to that so bad.
Yeah, this will be my first year, man. I'm gonna be like a kid walking through Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, dude. I'm gonna be an
right, you will.
62. He's 62 years old.
62. Okay.
That's
so he's
right.
not. Yeah, he's not extremely old by any means. Yeah.
No,
so
he'll be kicking around for a bit.
But I would love to meet and get his autograph on some stuff. But and then
Dope will be there. You'll see him.
Will be there. Yep. Oh, Dopey Dope. And then this Target Air Boy. To me, it's very, every time this is one of these books that I come across in the dollar bin a lot. And I've probably got 8 copies.
Because it's one of those stupid ones you've always got to grab.
Every time I see it, it's one of those ones I just got to grab when I see it. If it's in decent shape.
I like the half in the shadows, and there's a lot of depth on that cover too.
Yeah,
and it makes you really think of Dave Stevens. It makes me think of Dave Stevens. It's got to be an homage to Dave Stevens, just the way it looks.
Right.
I don't know what it is about it. When I see this, it's like I can definitely see Sam Keith's, touch on it.
Boys in the crosshairs.
Yeah, it's the body of his. That's what it is. It's in his body.
It's his motion or something. I don't know the way he's kind of twisting. The pose, yeah. So it's very Dave Stevens.
That's freaking awesome, though.
But
it's not an extreme pose like he usually does with his characters.
Yeah, it's that shock. Someone's got a gun pointing at me.
Literally the deer in the headlight.
Yeah, deer in the headlight. Very good, Steve. Yeah. But this is one of those books, man, that I can't help myself, especially if they're $1. It's like, it's $1. Then I get home, I'm like,
we all got those books we buy over and over again, and every time we see them. Don't feel bad about it for a second, Rich.
And then I'm like, how many copies do I got of this? I'm like, it's okay. Just stick it in there.
Don't be happy until you got a long box of them. Yeah. And then you start the second long box.
Eventually some 9/8s in there.
Well, whoever inherits my collection, they're gonna be like, "What the heck has he got freaking 20 freaking Target, Airboys for?"
Yeah, exactly. OCD.
Yeah.
All right, number 9.
Number 9, moving right along here.
This is
Okay.
a great list so far, Rich.
Oh, frick yeah, that's awesome.
This guy's been around for a while. Lot to pick from, hard to choose, but I had to go, certain thing that what I really like him for, his style or whatever, get a little bit of Walt Simonson.
Holy crap. Yeah, there we go.
He did, he did quite a bit of Thor, he had his little run on Thor, so
Yeah.
I mean, what do you pick with that? It's hard to tell, it's
Wow, look at
so
Ragnarok.
much different, so much different ones to pick from when it comes to that. And then his run on Ragnarok, he did a couple different runs. This is his creation and art, and I think he even helped write some of it or whatever, and it didn't get enough love to me. It just doesn't get enough. It's a good read, it's good stories. This one here is the breaking of Helheim, but like I said, there's I don't even know. I have to look it up.
Dude, that skull in the background of Ragnarok's insane.
But
Yeah,
that's Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's like a 90s vibe to it too. With
That's the character Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
He has no bottom jaw. It's a skull with no
wow.
bottom jaw.
It almost looks female.
Yeah,
Is it
he's got
me,
real.
maybe it's that blonde hair.
Yeah, he's got blonde hair. He's got real long hair. He's a skull with long hair and no bottom jaw. And then usually it's in the shadows a lot, but he talks. So it's just a good story of him being resurrected or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's good. Just good Walt Simonson.
I love seeing the underrated series that that just, and there's so many out there. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, and these, you can usually definitely find them in the dollar bins. If you're looking for something different, a good read. I mean, like I said, he's got at least 3 or 4 different runs of this. So just make sure you pay attention to the undertitle, which one it is,
Right.
Yeah, because you get them all.
Get them all, yeah. Pick them up and enjoy yourself. Like I said, it's Walt Simonson, man. I mean, it's Walt Simonson art. I mean, how can you not love that,
That's incredible.
So, but
great pick.
moving right along.
Number 10.
Number 10. This is number 10?
Yes, sir.
It is?
Well, if you got honorable mentions, that's fine too.
Yeah, because we got John Buscema, Simon Bisley, McFarlane, Kelly Jones, Daniel Warren Johnson, Dave Stevens, Brian Boland, Sam Keith, and Walt Simonson.
Okay, I've miscounted, but all right.
That's right. Go with it. We'll do them all.
I got one extra one here. We'll make this number 10, and then I'll show you my extra one.
And a part
before we get to the one
more. Gonna
more.
get that letter of misconduct in the mail from Erotic Comics, though.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of Richard Corbin.
Oh yeah, classic there.
Jeez,
yeah,
and his eerie covers were my favorite though.
Yeah, these Shadow of the Grave, man, is
those are beauties.
They're so. I mean,
I like it.
If you like some good art, crazy art, whatever, get this for sure.
And another style you recognize when you see it.
Yes, very, very much so. Yeah, I mean, the Son of the Mutant, Mutant World is it's that painted style or whatever, but that's why I like the Shadow of the Grave better, a little bit better. It's just almost like ink and pencil and color and stuff. But not to take away from this, of course. It's still
the painted cover is cool,
man.
That is.
Yeah, I never saw the blue cover you're holding up.
Oh, really?
Either.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
Nope.
Yeah, this is number 2. There's I forget how many was in this series. 3 or 4, maybe.
Who's the publisher on that one? That's another weird publisher.
Fanagora Press.
Yeah.
However you say it. Yeah, Fanagora Press.
Mature readers.
1990.
Okay, 90s stuff. But man,
yeah,
cool painted cover.
Yeah, it's really.
They were taking some chances in the 90s with some short run horror series.
Yeah, they were.
This one here is a lot like his Den run. He did that. That book on Den. You ever seen that, Richard Corbin's Den?
No. Yep.
Never have.
I know. Yeah, the DJINN.
Yeah, I've got the hardback book of it. I should have pulled that one out and showed that one too. That was cool. But
Well, you can say that for the next one.
yeah, save from the. And then you got Shadow of the Grave. So, but yeah, that Shadow of the Grave. I could have showed you all those. Those are so
phenomenal.
cool. So cool.
Good old Dark Horse.
Yeah, good old Dark Horse. That was number 10. But then my let's move on to honorable mention, which I don't know how I miscounted, but I'm horrible at math.
Travato.
That's all right.
The Travato.
Yeah, the worst thing is we get to see more books. We'll make it
Technically,
through.
there's already 20 books, so you've blown way past everything.
Well, I said I count them as one. Each one is one.
One set.
I know, Joe's gonna love this episode. He went the full Travato clause.
That's it.
He went the full Joe.
Oh yeah, and then you pulled one off the wall, so that's 21.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it's true. But you got to have Barry Windsor Smith.
Oh,
yeah.
Here we go. Let's go. There you go. Now you solidified a co-host seat. Now
He'll definitely be back now.
I'm gonna steal the co-host seat. That's on my.
Well, and I'm glad you brought the Ben Grimm cover on, because I love that cover of Ben Grimm from him in that Marvel fanfare.
I love that, man. And this thing, I think once that movie comes out, this one here, I mean, it's not my spec book, but this is the one that would, because that's exactly how he looks. And it's
the
awesome.
eyebrows. Yeah.
So I mean, I think this one's getting ready to go through the roof. So get to your dollar bins quick and pick this up or whatever.
And of course, one of the best covers in comic book history with that Conan #1.
Yes, I just got this one last year too,
and it was in the best year and the best month.
Yeah, I think I got mine in 2020.
But my 6.5, man, it was a good deal. I couldn't pass it up. It was was it on Messenger? I don't think it wasn't on. I don't do Whatnot, so it either had to be Messenger or YouTube sale. One of the guys I watch had it. I think it was on a Messenger sale, and he was selling for somebody else. And had this, and I made an offer, and the guy, he's like, well, I got to ask the guy that actually owns it. And the guy came back and said, yes. I was like, yes.
Sweet.
That's phenomenal.
I said, I've been wanting one of these. Yeah. I've got the reprint of this in my collection, which I've had for a while.
The Conan Classic?
Or the
True Believers.
True Believers,
yeah, I got that. Right, plus, that was reprinted in Conan Classic.
Yeah.
And then I think it was issue 232, I think, of Savage Sword of Conan, where they did the same story, but John Buscema drew it.
Yes, I have that one actually.
And it was great to see his interpretation of the script.
Yeah, how different it was. Really cool to see the difference. Yeah, but this Ben Grimm one, man, I love that. It's just
you got extra points with that Ben Grimm one, because I was just looking at that cover in my box the other day, going, it's so good.
It is so good. It is one of my favorite Barry Windsor Smith covers, man. It just is.
And it encapsulates Ben in such a good way.
Yeah, it's so cool. So cool.
I mean, that's Aunt Petunia's blue-eyed Benji right there.
So which on the 1/1 part, do I do the spec or the story one?
That's your choice. You can either you can do it in any order you want.
Let me do the spec first, and then I'll end with the story. But okay, my spec.
Crack that slab.
The spec it's a hopeful spec. It's not It's not something that I have heard anything or read anything or known that they're going to do anything with. But it's my hopeful spec pick that the Badger.
Holy crap, that's cool.
Oh, nice. I didn't know
Badger.
I love the Badger, man, and it's going to get some guys in the comments going.
Oh, you know what? Though you never know, because Hollywood's going to have to start looking for new ideas at some point from more companies than the big two.
Yeah,
this would make an excellent series because of him being a nut job. Not a nut job, but a guy with mental health issues. I'll say that. Let me correct myself.
That's perfect for this day.
And this is a Steve Rude cover. This is #1, and it's Steve Rude. So it's another artist that I like, nice. Nexus and stuff, So he just didn't do the interiors, but that cover is just so cool. I mean, this is from 1983.
Okay.
So
I've never read a Badger book.
No, I mean,
really?
I remember seeing them back in the day.
People. it's one of those characters that you either hate him or you like it, you know.
I
but
just,
I
yeah,
like
I
it
thought it
because
was a stupid name, so I just I passed on it. Right?
it's
I'm like,
that's what
Right.
Steve. That's what I love about it, man. The oddity of it, man. Just the absurdity of it. You know, a guy with
a little badger paw on his hand. See, now I get it, and I want that book. But back in the day, I was like, "What the hell is this crap?"
See, I was never really privy to a lot of indie books growing up. My LCS that I had didn't carry him, or if he did, I just didn't pay attention to him as much or whatever, you know, until I get a little bit older, and then I started paying attention to him more, and I'm like, man, there's a whole new world out there to me that I just didn't pay attention to.
Well, I think the indie books comes when you're getting older and you're like, and then you start following artists and you start following writers and, you know, you follow them to different projects they do. And then your mind's more open too, as you get older to exploring new things. And that's where the indies really, really pop for you.
You're hunting for that next good story.
But like I said, this would make an excellent TV series. Especially I'd want it on like Netflix or HBO Max. I wouldn't want it to be,
right. Someplace where they'll throw a budget to it.
Well, a budget and have no rating, really. You know, I want it to be free
so of Prime too.
So don't pitch
free
it
of
to
any
those
kind of
guys,
censorship.
You better pitch it to Disney or something then.
Yeah,
oh,
not Disney Channel. Yeah, definitely not Disney Channel. And then the book with a little bit of a story that
Guilty Pleasures. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got my Grimm's Ghost Stories. That's my guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. This one was a little bit of story. This book is the first book, my first comic book, and it's the first book that I was able to get my mom to buy me. It's actually the first book. I still have it. It's the one that got me started. I always give my cousin Jamie. We grew up like brothers. And he was always heavily into comics, and he's the one that really got me into him. And he's still my biggest cheerleader, you know, as far as because he still collects, you know. So, but he lives outside of DC, and so when he comes into town, we go on crawls. I take him to different places and just have a good old time, you know, and buying comics, talking comics, and but anyway, this is my first book.
Nice.
Right on.
Yeah, Val Semix.
Yeah. Oh, Gil Kane.
No, that's Val. Is that? Oh, it looked like Val Semix from this annual.
No, yeah, it's the annual. It's Gil Kane.
Annual.
Yep.
But this is what got me on Conan. But then it was, you know, like I said, it's 1981, so I was 11 or going on 11 when I got this. Because this says May. Yeah, May of 81. So my birthday's in December, so I'm a December
Gil
baby.
Kane did a lot of Conan, especially in the earlier issues. People don't realize how many covers he did.
Yeah,
some great monsters on those early issues he did too.
Like on this one, he, you know, with being the annual and stuff, when you're young, you don't know. And like I said, my cousin was my reference guide to all of it and stuff. So when I got this and read the crap out of it, because as you can tell, I was
going to say there's got to be a story about that top corner.
You know what? I don't even know how that happened. It's like, or I don't remember. You know, it's just very well loved. It's survived.
I love seeing all the Conan lovers coming out of the woodwork lately. It's nice.
It survived the purge and everything. But what really got me on the Conan is when I went out and was able to get my hands on another issue, which I didn't pull it out. I should have pulled it out to show it, but and it was the John Buscema book, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is a different artist. How is it a different artist? And my cousin had to explain to me, well, sometimes that's how they do, you know, they change, you know, certain books will change around and this and that, So, but then after I had the book with, you know, John Buscema, then it was like, man, I really like that. It really grabbed, you know, me being visual. I've always been visual kid, you know, So that's what led me down the road to Conan. And that's my biggest tie to Conan is because of John Buscema, you know. It's
I mean, he pioneered a style with Conan.
Yeah,
pretty much, yeah.
And it's hard for me to read. It has to be that, like at Robert Del Torre, you know, on the new stuff.
Yeah,
he is John.
Amazing.
John reincarnated, man. I swear, as far as that style, I love it.
Oh, and his issue 20 that came out this week, holy cow, what a cover. Like, all his Conan work has been incredible.
Incredible, yeah. I really want, I know he's on Savage Sword right now. I'm really hoping that he starts doing other stuff, but keep that style. I want to see him. I want to see him do some other characters in that style, man, and just be able to be drool over it stuff. But yeah, this is my.
So I got to ask you, since you're holding up an annual, because this is sometimes a point of controversy in the comic community. Some people don't consider annuals part of the run, where people like me who are right consider it part of the run. How do you see it? I think if you're collecting a run, I think the annuals, you got to have the annuals too.
Yeah, I agree with that, Gary.
There's so many great stories in the annuals too. Sometimes great reprints of older stories.
I mean, they have their own section within the collection. It's the annual section. But it's right there with
behind it's behind your regular run.
But sometimes, like you said, the story actually falls into canon or into the actual continuity of the book too.
Exactly.
Some of them.
Exactly. But this thing, man, I can remember going to the grocery store. It was a place called Woody's, and my mom worked there, and she was going to go pick up her paycheck or something, and I seen that on the rack, on the comic rack. And I was like, "Mom, you gotta buy it,
Begging like a homeless person.
Oh man, I did. I laid it on thick, and she was like, "I don't know about that book," because you got to think back in the late '70s, early '80s, this was 1980, how vicious that looked for a 10-year-old to read or whatever,
Yeah, no, and mom's like, I don't know about that.
You're gonna have I don't know about that, but that's exactly about what she said too.
But everything about that is what draws the 10-year-old in.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said,
who's he fighting?
Yeah, mine was G.I. Joe 3 with the big, huge freaking robot with the blasting fire out of it, and that's the one that I picked up. That was my first one.
And I've never been a big Gil Kane fan, but I should, because that's the one that got me going. It's weird.
Right. Well, I liked his Conan stuff. Well, the thing with Gil Kane, you could always tell by his nose, but that particular cover. It's not a classic like Gil Kane cover. It does have some Val Semix look to it.
Yeah.
But also, like, one of my favorite Gil Kane covers was his cover to The Island of Dr. Moreau, the Marvel Classics, where they would do the movies.
Okay, I
bought that a couple times. I love that cover.
I'll have to check that one out, man. But that
was great.
Phenomenal stuff, man.
Yeah, that was a great selection, man. You can't go wrong.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. That's when it comes.
And what I liked is you got mostly Bronze Age artists in there, which is my favorite. Bronze and Copper Age.
Well, that's all three of us. That's all our demographic right there, because we're all about the same age.
Yeah.
Gary's the oldest. I'm the next, and then Richard's in third there. So, because I was going by the months there.
Yeah,
and that's funny how we all kind of.
And what's funny? Like, there's so many like journeymen that did such great work in comics, and too. You like Mike Vosberg. I never seen anything by Mike Vosberg I didn't like. Pat Broderick, who worked for both companies and did a bunch of great work. Just you had so many great artists that were doing so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, even John's brother Sal did everything. His spectacular runs is incredible. His spectacular Spider-Man run is solid.
And I've honestly considered starting a list of his stuff, because he does deserve some love, He
doesn't deserve to be in the shadow. He's had his own career, which has been extensive.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The crossover between him and John, man, is extensive. So, but yeah, hopefully before I go, I can get my John Buscema collection. I've been working on that one forever, trying to I just want to get one signed John Buscema book, and they got to be rare. I don't ever see them. I want to find one by accident where you open the front page of a book and there it is on the inside. Well, Brandon at Mon Comics, man, he did almost that. He got a book, and it was a slab book, and it said signed on the first page. So he cracked the slab, and it was signed on the first page by John Buscema. And it was just like, oh my God, dude, that would be so stinking freaking awesome, dude.
Right?
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
And now you can submit it for verification too.
Yeah. But yeah.
Barry Windsor Smith is another good autograph to have.
Yeah.
So we had that. All right. So what we're going to do is go around the horn like we always do. But first of all, awesome show, Rich, man. That was fantastic, dude. So much fun.
Thank you, man.
And again, I apologize for my internet being wonky tonight and me fading in and out. But luckily, it's not about me. It's about you. So you can just keep talking and they're getting the content they need.
Be Frozen Gary. You'll have Frozen Gary guys in the comments next.
It's probably Steve sabotaging me because I made a crack about him being a co-host.
Doing the voodoo from Canada.
You got Mark Andrews working with you, huh?
Yeah, Mark's doing all the hard work up there in North Bay. Sending the weather at you.
So, Steve, what is coming up for you, sir?
Not a damn thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing now. I got a couple of videos in the works that I'm going to just throw up. And I did a live stream on Wednesday instead of doing my normal, just recording my voices choices. So if Trev, the shipping guru, doesn't show up on Wednesdays, I'm just going to go live and do that for a little while and see how that goes. Now that I got the StreamYard working, so that was kind of cool. I don't know all the bleep blop and buttons and all that crap, so I got to pick your brain, Gary, on that. But it's just a free one.
It's not hard. You get used to it.
Yeah, that's all. I just got to play with it.
Well, coming up for me next week, I have this whole month scheduled, but I left the 6th open. I'm like, do I need a day off? So I kind of gave myself a day off next Tuesday.
Okay, but I'll be next Thursday though, so that's good.
Yeah, next Thursday we have Four Corners Comics on for the first time.
Cool.
So it's been a great couple months for getting new faces on the show, and I've been having a lot of fun meeting you guys. And
it is. It's cool.
It's extensive. I got to extend the invite to Chonko and get him on as well.
Yeah.
And just probably, I
can make that happen.
Yeah, put in a word for me, will you?
I can make that happen.
See, and then you meet a new friend, and then he tells 2 friends, and then so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then the week after that, I have Scotty back on with Barry Blair artwork. And then we have Melanin and Manga on for the first time on the 15th. So that'll be fun.
Wonder what that's going to be.
And so now we always do our guest last. So what's coming up for you now, Rich?
Well, actually, I just dropped 2 videos today. I did a What's in the Box video. And then a little bit later, I just had some things I wanted to get out, off my chest with an experiment I did. So I went ahead and made another video and dropped it today. So both on my channel, Big Nasty with 2 G's, 2 G's. Right. And then Saturdays, me and Chonko, we do our live stream. We're actually skipping this Saturday because he's going to the Horror Fest up here in Chicago or near Chicago or whatever it is. So he's not going to be able to. So I don't want to do. I said I didn't want to do the show without him, interviewing somebody and stuff like that. So we just postponed it. But I'm still going to do a hangout. I'm still doing a hangout Saturday night because Saturday is going to be free comic book day. So I plan on going to a couple of LCSs and hitting those up and doing some filming. And then for Saturday night, it's going to be I'm going to invite everybody out to show what they got, because a lot of places are having sales also. So it'll be just a regular old Saturday night hangout. Probably 8 o'clock is when I'm going to schedule it for, I think. But
I always feel bad because Saturdays, I'm never on anyone's streams because that's like, it's mostly just me and my son's day,
Oh yeah, it's completely understandable.
And so I used to be on Saturdays all the time, but him and I Wednesday through Sunday, but like he's in the other room right now playing games with his friends. But Saturday, which I usually have most of the day off, so I try to do more with him.
Yeah, it's
right.
You
got to make use of that. Well, you got it.
Yeah. So I usually try to do like 8 or 9 o'clock on Eastern time, but
nice
for that. But But
Now,
yeah,
is that show an open invite?
Yeah. The
All right,
hangout
I might
part
try
of
to
it.
jump on one night here or there and just hang out for an hour.
Heck yeah, man. That's what we do. Yeah. Like I said, we just it started out as a hangout show, and then me and Chanko decided we was really wanting to start doing, interviews with people and this and that. So we switched it over, and it's called the Live Show. That's the name of it's Big Nasty and Chanko's. Yeah, Big Nasty and Chanko's Live Show, hanging on Saturday night, and then we with a guest. Like I said, we do that for the first up to the first hour, and then after that, it's just hanging out, open stream to anybody. So makes it pretty cool.
That is cool. Just hanging out with the boys.
I'm trying to get Lefty here to see if he does guest appearances, because that dude's got to have a great collection.
Relentless badgering works.
Who can say no to me? I'm adorable.
I know. Just look at that face. It's a great face for radio.
Yeah, that's what I always say, Steve.
And that's the other thing, right? You come on my show, you instantly know you're not the worst looking person there. It's the host.
I don't know about that, man.
You instantly look good in comparison. You come on my show, you're instantly the Burt Reynolds to the Don Knotts, right? Now I'm gonna have Don Knotts bring me down.
Especially when you freeze when you got a funny face going on.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, it's funny you say that, Steve, because there's no good freeze for this face. There's no good live. There's no good freeze. This face just doesn't work with anything. So it is what it is.
We love you, Gary. We love you.
But, Rich, thank you so much, sir. I hope you'll come back for another show in the future.
Sure will, buddy. Thank you for having me, man.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Been a great time. Been a pleasure.
I always say once you're on the show once, you're part of the family.
Hey, that's awesome. That's how I like it.
Exactly, Mark. Like, man, I could look like that guy.
Look at Mark go.
That makes you feel better about yourself.
Maybe my gene pool isn't that bad. And Steve, thanks for always being a co-host, buddy. I appreciate you always, even though I pick on you.
That's okay, man. We bust each other's balls.
That's how you I like you. If I don't pick on you, I don't like you.
That's the fun part. Yep.
Right. And of course, to the audience we had tonight, thanks for coming out and enjoying the show and supporting everyone on it. Everyone's links are in the description below, so please go sub them up if you haven't. Go check out their content, especially if you're watching this on the rewind and anyone here is new to you. Go check out these two gentlemen's channel, check out their IG accounts, and give them a follow and a sub, and go see what they're all about. Give them a chance. But as we like to end these things, guys, again, can't say it enough. Thank you all for watching and supporting the channel. And until next time, keep it casual.